Alright, hey guys. So we're going to jump into a Kizer Cutlery review. You guys know my love for Kizer knives if you follow my knife reviews. About a year and a half ago, less than 2 years ago when they were first released, I felt like I was the only one that had them. Maybe one or two other people on the planet. I couldn't find any YouTube reviews, nothing online, nothing on the Kizer site. And I took a stab at it. The quality of materials seemed pretty high, you know, the S35 VN, and it was titanium. And then I got it in my hands, and I think this is the first one. It was either this one or this one. Alright, were my first. And I think these were some of the first releases, guys. Alright, now this was just a beautiful, beautiful knife. I mean, the anodizing on that, the oil spill, and then of course your titanium. There's a little controversy behind this. I think it's Tim Burton or something, the custom knife designer. But anyway, I was just blown away, guys. Alright, I didn't hear anything, didn't know anything. But I mean, S35 VN, titanium, flippers. I took a shot at it and they knocked it out of the park. For the pricing, I think these were $180 at the time. They're cheaper now. So I went ahead and continued to get them. There were still no reviews. Very slowly things were coming out. You know, I got a couple more. Probably have 8 or 9 Kizers now, and this ended up being, I think, one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Now, I went and saw on Blade HQ just now that they're selling these, or Knife Center somewhere, for $70. I bought mine, I think it was $130, $140. I thought it was a steal at the time. Full titanium, bead blasted handles, Tonto, Stonewash, S35 VN. I mean, just unbelievable. I believe this has the ceramic detent ball and the phosphor bronze washers, the action, the rock solid lockup. I mean, everything about this knife. Now, some people don't like the design, and it is, you know, kind of to each their own knife, you know, and I understand that. But I was just blown away by the quality, okay? Now, for $70, I can't believe they're selling this for $70. The only thing about it was that pocket clip. There is a fair amount sticking out. Okay, so I don't carry this as much as I'd like to. So when I saw the lineup for Kizer, this one jumped out at me, the Velox 2. I had to have this one. It just looked, with all of the Kizer models coming out, I don't know, they were kind of getting a little cheesy, you know, a little too much for me. They were just trying too hard, it seemed like. I mean, I have to give the award to Kizer Knives for coming out with the most models in like 2 years. They came out with, they must have 70 different model Kizer knives, and some of them are kind of hokey and they don't really jump out at me. But these, you know, the all titanium, these ones. And let me say something, guys. When I was buying Kizer knives a year and a half ago, whenever it was, this is the box they were coming in. And it was fine, because it was the quality of the knife, right? So the box didn't really mean anything to me. They did come with extra body screws, which I thought was a nice touch, okay? But now look, guys, I don't think they needed to do this. Personally, okay, but I do understand why. All right, they are more popular now. Their knives do run in, you know, around 150, 200, 225, some of them. Okay, so they wanted to step up their game a little bit, and I think also they wanted to appeal to the American market, and you'll see why. Look at what they've gone and done. Boom. You got the ACU, the digital camo. All right, I mean, this isn't for Europe, guys. This is definitely marketed towards the US, okay? Now this is an incredible touch. What does it cost them? 47 cents to send a pouch. I've been saying this forever. Spyderco does it with the Rubicon and stuff. I mean, you know, for a $200 knife, why not send a little pouch? It's a nice little touch, guys. Okay, there's a few knife companies that do it. You know, the Chris Reeve and the Strider that send you just the plastic, you know, the white box and maybe a, you know, a rag and a couple of tools. But this is a really nice touch. And actually, I just saw it, my boy Fat Gap over there, USA, just got the Shadow. But when he got the Shadow, he got it in this box, I think it was. I just got it in the black cheap one. I don't know if I do all of this for $70, but I mean, hey, that's nice, man. A nice microfiber cloth. So that's a nice touch, all right? To me, they didn't need to. The quality of the knives spoke for themselves. All right, now guys, I realized in my knife unboxings, I don't necessarily like to do the unboxings because I can't really give you my honest opinion on the knife. I mean, yeah, we can unbox it together and we can go, ooh, ah, You know, but a lot of the times after the video, I play with it for a few minutes, and then I realize there's something I didn't mention or something I wanted to mention, then I have to make a, you know, another follow-up, and then a 6-month later follow-up. So I just decided to open it, play with it all night last night. I got it late yesterday afternoon again, and I think now I can give you a better review on it, not just an unboxing. All right. So the reason I like this is it was very simple, just simple. All right, guys. You know, Kizer was going crazy. It's simple but elegant, and all of these things. At least it looked like it on the videos. There's only, you know, there's no videos really. There's Blade Show videos. Now, wow. I'm acting like I just saw it. But in Blade Show, if I believe correctly, the hardware wasn't anodized blue. That was done after Blade Show, I believe, okay? Now, right off the bat, this is the Velox 2, okay, by Kizer. It's full titanium bead blast. And it's got a beautiful anodization on the hardware. Okay, it is a flipper. And if you notice, the anodization on the hardware here is a different color blue than the pocket clip. The pocket clip is a more subdued, you know, definitely more faded, a lighter blue, doesn't stick out as much. And these are the kinds of thoughts that I wouldn't have come up with just an unboxing, because I thought about it and I said, why did they do 2 different color blues, you know? And I think this is more geared towards the gentleman's folder. It just reminds me of a Sebenza, just the simplicity of it. And the blade style is pretty nice without going over the top. Okay, it's a very utilitarian blade shape. You know, I mean, it's a good slicer. Has a nice little point on there for tactical purposes, although it's probably not meant for that. I think the blade length on this is perfection to me. And guys, I've changed. It used to be 3.5, 3.75. Now it's more 3. This is 3.3 inch blade. All right, with like, I think it's 4.68 ounces. Let me just double check. But again, a very reasonable Sebenza-like kind of weight there. All right, with a smaller blade. Yeah, it is 4.68 ounces. 3.375 inch blade, stainless steel lock bar insert. Now, the reason I think for the subdued anodization on the pocket clip here, God, that's a long word. I don't even know if that's a word. I think it's more geared towards the gentleman's folder, like I said, maybe office. So maybe they just wanted, that's the clip there, they didn't want it to just pop out and people say, ooh, you're definitely carrying a knife. Alright, so that's a lot more faded, it doesn't stick out as much, but then when you pull out the knife, you're able to see these accents, which is really nice. Hollow ground, and the action, this is another thing. When I took it out, it was pretty stiff, guys, alright? There was a lot of oil on the knife, and it was pretty stiff. And honestly, I played with it all last night, it seemed a little gritty, okay? Now you want to take it apart and clean it out, of course, right, which I did, and it was, you know, much better after that. But this morning, after I picked it up and started flipping it more, it really felt broken in. Alright? And I like that about a knife. I like to have a little window of, you know, breaking in your knife. Because then, like I've said before, you kind of feel like you put your 2 cents into the knife, you know? So working it in for yourself is kind of nice. I mean, yeah, of course there's, you know, ZT, it comes out of the box and it's great. But there is, you know, a benefit to me in working in your own knife. And this took about a day. I would definitely say maybe a couple hundred flips, and now it is just perfect. Perfection. The action, of course, like every Kizer, is perfectly centered. Very sharp. The fit and finish is excellent. This did come, it seems like, with a little scratch there. I'm not going to blame Kizer, because may seem like the company I got it from. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in the light there. I don't really care about that, but you can see there's a little scratch there. Alright, but this is just a very beautiful knife. I was very excited about getting this one. $190, the Velox 2. Alright, the model number is Ki4478. Alright, and that's the custom knife maker collaboration there. Should I try his name? Vagnino? Alright guys, so yeah, I do love the pocket clip though. It is pretty deep. I mean, only maybe a 1/4 inch sticking out of your pocket there. And it is running on, it would seem like those ceramic ball bearings and ceramic detent ball. Okay, like the higher end Kizer flippers. So there you go guys, just a brief little, you know, Kizer knives, ranting about these Chinese made knives. Hey man, you can't argue with the quality. Fit and finish, materials used. Alright, sorry I didn't bring out my other case. I have 2 or 3 more Kizers, I think. I don't know if these are going to fit in the frame, but yeah, I mean, hey guys, $70, go pick up the Kizer Shadow. Awesome, dude. Look at that Tanto, man. S35 VN for 70 bucks in titanium. Are you kidding me? Alright, that's the Dorado. That's a badass knife right there. Alright, you know me in this blade shape. Love that. Cali Jean. S35. Kind of that, I don't know, faded jean. Looking texturing. Design pattern. Alright guys, so God bless. There's the Velox too. Alright, we'll get back at you with, got some EDC packs I wanted to show you guys coming in the mail. Alright, and then of course I think I do have another knife. Take care guys.